Hello and welcome to your April 2022 Tarot Scopes with me, Intuitive Rene. As always, such an honor and a privilege to be here with you and to bring you this content to keep you motivated, inspired, and focused on whatever is necessary for the month of April 2022. So, tarot scopes are always so much fun for me. We're sticking with the same format that we have used for the last couple of months. So, we're doing a detailed spread, detailed layout, giving you guidance to help you navigate through the month ahead. So we're looking at April, month number 4. It is just quite mind-blowing how quickly 2022 is going. And I hope that you are managing to get through it fairly unscathed, fairly successful in whatever it is that you are doing for the time being. So if you are a returning subscriber or returning viewer to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for your love and support. Always means the world to me to have you return. And if you are a new visitor to my channel, welcome to you as well. I do hope that you enjoy it here and that you do consider subscribing to the channel to make sure that you see all the content that is available. So let's talk tarot scopes for a second. What are they? So tarot scopes are videos that I create towards the end of the previous month for the following month. So the time of recording these videos will be like the last week in March, and I release them in that time period so that you have them before the new month starts, so that you can be prepared, so that you can watch to see what the month ahead has in store for you, so that you can prepare yourself, brace yourself if necessary, so that you can take advantage of the energies that are around you. The tarot scopes, there are 12 individual videos done, and they are all completely different. I stick with the same kind of layout. I use the same spread, so it's the same questions that we're asking. I use the same deck, but obviously the readings are so different for each sign of the zodiac. This intro I recorded once and I stick it in the front of each of the 12 videos just to save myself repetitive talking. And I do set the intention with the tarot scopes that they be relevant for your sun sign, for the moon sign, and for your rising sign. So if you do know that much information about yourself, if you are familiar with your natal chart and you do have that, you're welcome to watch a couple more of the videos to get different aspects or different insights to who you are and what you're dealing with for the month of April. I also then strongly encourage you to come back to the video during the month of April. So halfway through, like, closer to the end or whatever it may be, when any time that you're facing a challenge or any time that you're facing a quandary, find yourself in a bit of a pickle, come back to the video, because you will certainly find some inspiration that might help you to make the decisions or the changes, or to make the movements in whichever direction you need to. So I do encourage you to come back. The video never gets taken down. It's always here. The months in question, so like now we're doing April, I will have the April videos highlighted on my YouTube channel. So if you're wondering about how to find it, you just go to youtube.com, you do a search for Intuitive Rene, and on my page you will see the April tarot scopes will be visible. And if you want to look at the past month, if you go, once you're on my YouTube channel, go to the playlists, you will see these, that they're all there. All the previous month's playlists, they're all there for you. So I do each month in a separate playlist just so that I can highlight it and make it easier for you to find. So what decks am I going to be working with today? Well, for our April tarot scopes, I'm going to be working with the Gilded Tarot Royale. I love the Gilded Tarot, I really do. So I have the Gilded Tarot Royale, and this is by Ciro Marchetti. I'm going to be working with his deck. I do have the little mini on hand as well, just in case we need some clarifiers. So we have the two. I love working with these, what I call tarot families. So I've got those two. And then I have the Oracle deck that I want to work with, is this one, which is a combined Oracle deck. It's got two decks in it, both by the same person. I think Wendy Andrews is her name. I hope I haven't got it wrong. So this is the Goddess Dream Oracle, and the Goddess Love Oracle. So you can see that they are, I'm looking for a purple, there we go. So you can see I've got the yellow and the purple. So the one is the Goddess Dream Oracle and the other one is the Goddess Love Oracle, and I have combined them into a single deck, which means that double the gorgeousness, double the gloriousness. So those are the decks that I'm going to be working with. I am going to switch the camera around, so you will see my table. You will have a top-down view of the cards, so that it just means that less of my face and more of the important stuff. So I will swap the camera around so that you get to see onto the table, see the cards as they are, lay them all out, and give you all the information that you need to keep you motivated and inspired for the month of April. So if you enjoyed the video, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. By doing that, by engaging with the video, by giving it a thumbs up and a little comment below, basically what you're doing is you're telling YouTube that this is good content and that they should recommend it to other people. And that's the best way to support me and to ensure that I'm able to continue bringing you this free content. And if you haven't already done so, maybe consider joining my YouTube channel memberships. For a small monthly fee, you get access to me. I'm a poet. We do all sorts of interesting things on the YouTube channel membership. So if you click wrong side, if it should be just down there, click the join button. There'll be all sorts of information explaining the different tiers, the different layouts, what you get, what you don't get. All of that information is there. So do consider joining. I've got quite a beautiful, wonderful group of people who do subscribe and do support the work that I do in that way. And I do so value and appreciate each one of them. I'm going to stop babbling because you are here to find out about April. You are not here for my awful sales pitch. My awful sales pitch. So friends, as I said, I'm going to swap the camera around. We're going to get onto your zodiac and we're going to give you all the information that you need. Let's get going. Capricorn, let's get into your reading and let's have a look and see what the month of April has in store for you. So I am shuffling the Oracle deck, and this is going to give us our theme for the month ahead. I did shuffle before I started the camera, but I do like to shuffle a little bit while I have you on screen with me. I'll just give it one more, seeing as some dropped. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the deck over there and take that card off the top. Let's have a look and see, Capricorn, what is your theme for the month of April 2022? We have got authenticity. I love that. And it says, it's card number 1, and it says, let your truth be heard. You know what? And I think this is something that Capricorn, that you all deal with on a day-to-day basis. I think this is a value that you have within your heart and soul, which I don't know, shines brightest and greatest amongst all. Capricorns are all about being authentic. They want everybody to be authentic, and they believe that everybody is of kind heart, you know. So here we have a lady, she's wearing a beautiful red, which makes her feel empowered, which makes her feel fabulous. We've got a rainbow across the bottom here. We have got, I don't know if it's a unicorn, if it's just a horsey, but I want to believe it's a unicorn, so we're going to go with unicorn. So she believes in fantasy, she believes in magic, she believes in all of those kind of things. And here she is nurturing and loving and taking care of a nest of baby owls. And she is just being truly authentic. She's not doing it because of what it gets her. She's not doing it for what people might think of her. She's doing it because it's something she truly believes in. And I believe that that is Capricorn in a nutshell. Absolutely Capricorn in a nutshell. So April is about you just being yourself. It's about being truly authentic you, and not actually worrying or caring about what other people may think, not worrying or caring about what other people may say or what other people may do, but actually just saying, you know what, I'm just going to be me. And if people don't like that, if people don't appreciate me, if people don't fancy that, well, then that's on them. You know, not taking on other people's emotions as your own, and just sort of saying, I am just going to do who I am, what I am. Oopsie, finger won't bend. I'm going to be who I am, what I am, and regardless of what anybody else says about it, and you're just going to be okay with that. And I think, you know, we can all learn something from that, isn't it? And I think as a month, as a theme for the month, it just means that the month is going to be easy, simple, and uncomplicated, as long as you are easy, simple, and uncomplicated. Right, I'm cutting the tarot deck there. Oh, look at that. I love it. I'm going to lay out all 10 cards before I speak. If that's even possible, because I am loving what's coming through here, Capricorn, loving what's coming through here. Like, oh my gosh, oh, and it carries on. The gorgeousness carries on. Okay. I am so loving this. Okay. So, Capricorn, as much as your theme is about authenticity, and as much as your theme is about being real and about being true to yourself and all of those kind of things, one thing I can say to you is that April is not going to be an uncomplicated month. April is actually going to be quite massive. Okay. So I am going to tell you, buckle yourself in and prepare yourself for an awesome, amazing month. But if you're not authentic, if you're not open to expressing yourself, speaking out, being a good communicator and being truly authentic, if you're not able to do that, I do think you're going to battle. I do think the energies for you in the month of April are strong. Okay, like really, really strong. I have, out of the tarot, I have dealt 10 cards, and out of the 10 cards we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 10 cards are what we call major arcanas. 5 of them are on that first row, and that first row is all about the month. That first row is what's going to happen. This is how we can deal and how we can react, but this is what's going to happen for you. So I do think, Capricorn, that you need to really buckle your seatbelt and prepare yourself for an amazing journey. Okay, an amazing journey. Now I'm calling it an amazing journey because of the cards that I'm seeing here, but let's just go through them one by one. So, Capricorn, we start the month off with the Sun card, and the Sun card is about happiness and joy and success and opportunity and luck, and all those kind of good positive words that you can come up with is what the Sun card is about. So that means that you're starting April feeling confident, feeling strong, feeling capable, feeling like everything is fabulous, feeling like your world is in order, if I can put it that way. Okay, feeling like you can accomplish anything, and the truth of the matter is you absolutely can accomplish anything, because the card that's coming up with that happiness, with that joy, and with that success is the card of the Magician. Now, the Magician is amazing. I mean, he is, I don't want to call him a manipulator, but he is able to create and manifest. He is able to conjure up experiences, situations, and things like that. So these two cards together, Capricorn, are confirming how strong and capable you are confirming what you're actually, I can't even hold the cards, what you're actually capable of doing and what you're actually capable of achieving for yourself. So this talks about confidence. This talks about having everything together, all your ducks in a row, if I can put it that way, and feeling super confident and feeling like everything's going to work out the way that you want it and the way that it needs to happen for you. Now, the challenge comes in is that sometimes if we are over enthusiastic or if we are overconfident, we lose our authenticity, and we've got to make sure that we remain confident, that we remain excited, that we remain on track with what we need to do, but at the same time that we don't lose our true value, that we don't lose the true sense of who we are and what we're all about. Okay, so that's quite interesting, the way that that's coming through. Now, what lies beneath the surface? What is the undercurrent here for you? And we have got the beautiful Chariot card. Now, the Chariot card is the card of movement and change, which means that evolution is taking place. It means that there is progress, that there is change happening for you, but you're very much aware of it because you've actually created this, you've actually triggered this for yourself. But the interesting thing about the Chariot card is saying to you that if you're not focusing what you're doing and where you're going, you may not achieve everything that you want to. So the Chariot card is a reminder to stay focused on your goals, to stay focused on your dreams, and I'm going to throw in to stay focused on your true authenticity. So who are you? What are you about? What matters to you the most? What are the things that you're speaking up about? What are the things that you're going against? And do they actually matter? Now, you've enjoyed, this is confirmation, Six of Wands is confirmation that over the last couple of weeks that you have enjoyed quite a bit of success, that you've actually succeeded at quite a lot, even if you can't really see it for yourself. Just if you spend a minute thinking about it, you will acknowledge, Capricorn, that you have actually achieved and succeeded at quite a lot already. And this is the fact that everybody can see it, okay? Maybe you can't, but everybody else can see it. You may be feeling like it's been just a whirlwind moment, but for everybody else around you, they've all come out to celebrate and to acknowledge your success, to celebrate and acknowledge your victories, okay? So you've had a run, a good run, you've had a solid run where things have worked out for you exactly as you want them to, exactly as you need them to. Things have happened and worked out so beautifully for you. So you are feeling super confident, but we want to make sure that the confidence isn't coming through as arrogance, isn't coming through as being hot-headed or anything. We want to ask ourselves what truly matters. What is our true color? What is our true state of being, our true state of mind? What is that? Who is that? And that's the question that we need to be asking. The other thing that's quite interesting, support available to you from spirit. We have the beautiful Empress. Isn't she gorgeous? So she is the eternal mother. She is the one who gives life. She is the one who nurtures, who loves, who takes care of. So, you know, she really is, and she takes care of everybody. She doesn't deny anybody love and affection. She loves everybody equally. She loves everybody exactly the same. And the support that's available to you, this is Spirit saying that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're facing, no matter what you're doing, no matter how you need to stand up for yourself, and no matter what you're creating for yourself, you are so unconditionally loved and supported right now. And, you know, the Spirit is there for you. All you have to do is say, please help, and they will be there for you. But they're not going to force things on you. They're not going to force you to do anything that you don't want to do or anything that you're not ready to do. Spirit will never do that to you. But they will guide you, and they will support you, and they will love you in whichever way that you need, whenever you need it, because the love that they have for you is just so strong. Just so strong. I'm absolutely loving that. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room. We have the Tower card. Right, so Capricorn, Tower card is not really one we want to see. You know, I would rather see the Death card than see the Tower card, because the Tower card is more destructive than the Death card. So here we have, I mean, you can look how vulnerable he is, completely naked, completely vulnerable. We have got his whole world collapsing. He has been knocked off his throne. Okay, you can see there's his crown, but he's been knocked off his throne. Everything is collapsing, everything is dissolving in front of his eyes, and he's had to jump out of the window to save himself, and it's really, really tough. The Tower card talks about change being forced on us. Now, let's be honest, we don't like change. Okay, we don't like change. We want everything to stay the same. We want everything to stay the same it's always been. We want everybody to be happy. We want everything to stay the same. And we want just everybody to be happy and settled and content. The Tower card is saying, you know what, we can have that, but change has to take place. And if we don't voluntarily make the changes, if we don't voluntarily do the things that we need to do, if we don't voluntarily accept and acknowledge our own authenticity, then you know what, Spirit is saying we're going to force on you. And that's what the Tower card. It's about letting your truth be heard. So you're going to find yourself during the month of April, opportunities will present where you can create a space where you can freely express yourself. Okay, there will be these situations and these things that are going to happen where you're able to express, to speak out, to say things that you've maybe kept deep inside your soul for the longest time. There are going to be many occurrences during the month where there are going to be opportunities for you to be truly more authentic. And if you keep skipping them, if you keep saying, no, shame, I don't want to do it now, no, not now, not now, if you keep doing that, then you're going to have what we call a Tower moment. In the tarot community, we refer to a Tower moment as a moment when all of a sudden you are forced to have those difficult, hard conversations. So Capricorn, Spirit is saying to you, April is going to be a really big, powerful month. Okay, there is no denying it. You deserve happiness, you deserve everything that you want, but you are going to have to keep your wits about you. You have enjoyed a period of success, which means that you may have let your guard down a little bit. Spirit are there to support you and guide you in whichever way that you need. And sometimes forcing you into difficult and uncomfortable circumstances is the support that you need. So Spirit is sort of saying to you, you know, we don't have to do it this way. We don't have to do it that way. We can take an easier approach. If you can just immediately start expressing yourself, immediately start being truly more authentic you. Don't do anything just because somebody else expected of you or somebody else wants it of you or because it's the way you've always done it. Let's start actually being completely honest with ourselves and saying, I've never enjoyed doing it that way. I've never enjoyed that situation. So if you can start being more authentic, if you can start being more true to yourself, then we can avoid this situation being forced on you. Okay, now Capricorn, what we've got happening across the bottom here. This particular card is the Nine of Wands, and you can see that he is a warrior. You can see that he's been out at war, and he's still fully intact. He's still okay, but he's leaning over what looks like a body. Okay, so it's a fallen comrade, somebody who didn't come off as lightly as he did, somebody who maybe has suffered a terrible fate. So he's feeling quite mournful. He's feeling quite considerate of them, of what they've been through. He's not really paying attention to himself. He's not really acknowledging his own wounds and his own heartache and his own disappointment. He's always focusing on other people. And I know that that's who you are. And I know, Capricorn, that, that's not a bad trait. It's not bad to be that person. It's not bad to be mindful, considerate, and caring of other people, especially when they've suffered a tragedy. But I do think this is Spirit saying to you, don't always be so mindful of other people's feelings. Don't always be so mindful of what other people are going through. It's actually time for you to start saying, but hold a second, I'm okay. I'm okay. I've made it through. I've succeeded. I have accomplished everything I needed to, and I'm actually doing okay. The problem that we have, so this is something that you need to really take on board, okay? And it doesn't mean that you don't care. It doesn't mean that you're not sorrowful, or that you're not compassionate, or that you're not understanding somebody else's heartache and hardships. But I think Spirit is saying to you, Capricorn, that you need to start being more real to yourself, about yourself, for yourself, and not always be considerate of somebody else. So we have the Devil card here. Sexy Devil card, isn't he gorgeous? He is all about temptation. He is all about obsessions and temptations and the things that we think the most about. Now, the message that's coming through from the Devil card here is you've got to be very aware of what you are thinking about the most. You've got to be very aware of the thoughts that are consuming you. And you've got to ask yourself, are the thoughts that you're having constantly all the time, are they your true authentic self, or is it conditioning? Is it programming and conditioning? So the Devil card here is a reminder that maybe the things that you're focusing on, the things that you think are important, maybe they're not so important after all. But you have to be the judge of that. You've got to ask yourself, are you focusing on the relevant, the appropriate, the truly authentic, or are you focusing on things that maybe don't matter as much? Okay. The next card we have here, this is advice from Spirit. And I'm loving this for you, Capricorn, because Six of Cups is the card of reminiscing. It's the card of thinking back to simpler, happier, easier times. Here on the card, we have got two children who are playing out in the garden with all their beloved animals. The little boy's got a frog. The little girl's got a soft bunny rabbit. We've got some mice over here. We've got a kitty cat over here. We've got butterflies, sunshine, flowers. Life is pretty idyllic. And the advice that Spirit have for you here is that, you know what, you can have this life. You can have this easy, simple, idyllic life by letting go of the emotions that no longer serve you. Don't feel responsible for everybody all the time. Don't. And you're going to find that everything that happens to you during the month of April is going to be a repeat of this scenario over and over and over again until such time as you learn your true identity, what truly matters to you, and what's truly important to you. And only when you start speaking out about this, only then will all your challenges and your problems go away. Okay. Our final card, Capricorn, is such a beautiful card. It is the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles, I like to refer to this card as the card of opulence. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles is the card of opulence. It's the card of excess. It's the card of having everything your heart desires and so much more. I mean, look at her. She's got this beautiful golden gazebo. Even her plants are growing money. She's got a bird. She's dressed beautifully. I mean, she has it all. She wants for nothing. She needs nothing. She lacks nothing in her life. She has everything her heart desires and so much more. And I think that is, again, confirmation that this is who you are. You deserve this life. You absolutely deserve a life of opulence, a life of excess, a life of having everything your heart desires and so much more, because you have worked so hard and you have overcome so much. But you've got to be authentic with yourself, real with yourself, and saying, you know what, I want that. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you're a bad person because you want good things and fine things in life. Because Capricorn, you deserve it. And you're going to see that April is going to show you that. April is going to give you many, many, many situations that are going to play out to remind you that you are the master of your own destiny and that you can create whatever it is that you want for yourself. But you've got to actually set it up. You've got to actually give yourself permission to create a different life for yourself. And if you don't voluntarily do this, if you don't voluntarily allow yourself to create a little bit of magic, it's going to get forced on you. And we don't want that. We don't want that. So Capricorn, it looks like you're in for a very interesting April. I can't wait to see what unfolds for you. Wishing you a month of love, happiness, and success. And with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.